Hey guys. So this is a little weird, a little different, but I wanted to kind of introduce myself. Um, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. Um, Grew up in the South, was raised by parents who were together for 50 years. Very loving family. Um, my brother, yes, I have a brother. He's older, much older. He was an asshole growing up. Yes, Clay, you were an asshole growing up. Sorry. But we're all good now. Um, my life was interesting. I made some good choices, made some bad choices, but the choices that I made in life led me to where I am today. Um, and so this podcast is going to be, well, the reason, I mean, everybody wants a topic. When you're doing a podcast, everybody wants to know, hey, what are you going to be talking about? Da, 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 da. Well, I didn't want this to be like um, a specific topic. Like, I'm not going to be talking about one specific thing. It's general. And so that's why I kind of went with the symptom of being human. Um, One of my favorite bands is Shinedown. You will figure that out. So I'm just going to tell you instead of you having to figure it out. Shinedown is, oh my gosh, one of the best bands in the world. Of course, that's just my opinion. However, if you take a minute and listen to their music and listen to it lyrically, you will understand. Hold on just a minute. Okay, now, first and foremost, everybody needs to know that I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay? If the sound was terrible or you couldn't hear a damn thing I was saying just a minute ago, well, that would be because I didn't even have the microphone plugged in. Yeah. So, as you can see, that's how this podcast will go. We're just a hot mess over here. Okay? I'm just saying. So, anyway, back to where I was. Where was I? Okay. Should I mention that I'm ADHD? So we're going to get off topic a lot, which just makes it more fun. It's kind of like being spontaneous on a Friday night around 8 p.m. when you're in your 20s. Clearly not in your 50s, because when you're 50, everything has to be planned. Well, maybe not everything. Seems my ADHD, it gets me every time. Okay, so back to me. Not to be narcissistic or anything, because I hate a fucking narcissist. But since this is my introductory, it is about me. So, okay, I was single. Well, obviously, I was single until I was 39 when I got married. But I met my husband in 2007, and it was, I want to say love at first sight, but do you really say love at first sight? I guess. Yeah, kind of. Not love. It was more like lust is what it was. But so well, first of all, again, let's rewind a little bit. I had a great life. My 20s and my 30s were fabulous, shall I say. Because I was single. I did what I wanted to. I had my own house, had a great job. Um, the people that I worked for gave me opportunities to move up. It was just, I was living my best life. So in 2001, I guess, yeah, 2000, yeah. Oh, yeah, it was definitely 2001. Um, I found myself with the guy that I was seeing at the time, pregnant. I was pregnant, found myself pregnant, and devastatingly, I lost my daughter. Um, that's that's a topic for another podcast, but it was devastating for me. Um, I had never been through anything like that. Um, I was over 5 months pregnant. Things were not explained to me, and I made choices that I regret. Again, that's another podcast. It devastated me. I went to a very dark place because people won't tell you that when you miscarry, your body still goes through the same hormonal descent as if you just had a child, and it's rough. Um, so not only emotionally was I suffering, but I was also suffering, physically from the miscarriage itself. And so in that really dark place, it was hard for me to try to find light somewhere. So I was just kind of moving through the days. Anyway, moving past that. Again, in 2003, November of 2003, I found out I was pregnant. Um, and so in June of 2004, I gave birth to my son, and he is amazing. I love him. And so I was a single mom for 4 years. I met my husband, and it was a strange situation because Bear, he is severely ADHD, and he didn't as a child have a lot of social skills. So when I had to go pick him up from school one day, he came back to the office, and he comes in, and my husband is sitting at his desk because we work together, which is how I met him. And my son goes in and just walks right over to him, crawls up in his lap, and I was like, okay, what the hell is going on here? I mean, I know I'm attracted to him, but my son just thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread. What the hell? So anyway, fast forward. Um, Dave and I dated, and then we ended up moving in together and getting married. We got married. I was 39. He was 40. That was 11 years ago. He's fantastic. He's wonderful. Um, has it been perfect? No, no. And anybody out there that tells you, oh, marriage is great, it's just peaches and cream all the fucking time, they're lying to you. Run. They are not your friend. They are not your friend at all. Marriage is tough at times. Um, it's work. But you have to accommodate for another individual, another person. Um, and that is never easy. It's not. Again, if somebody tells you that it is, well, they're just fucking lying to you, and you should know that up front. It's important to weed out the people who are going to lie to your fucking face. And that's something that you will learn by listening to this podcast. I just don't play around with bullshit. Um, if you're going to lie to my face, you better make it look good, is all I can say. Because as soon as I figure out that you're lying, I'm going to call you on it, and I'm going to embarrass the shit out of you. Because there's no need to lie. There's really not. Now, is there a need to make somebody feel good about themselves without being distasteful and disrespectful? Absolutely. But you can be honest with somebody without hurting their feelings. It's a symptom of being human. I mean, if we were all a little nicer, we wouldn't have all the bullshit. Just saying. But, so this is, like I say, just kind of like a little introductory to me. One of the reasons that I'm doing this podcast is I lost my mom 5 years ago, April 25th, which will be the day that my first podcast goes live. My mom taught me so much, and I want to share everything that I've learned with you guys. Because there's one thing that we're not teaching our kids these days, and that is humanity and how to be human to ourselves and to other people. And if we don't start teaching our children and teaching by example, okay? I'm not talking about just words. My mother used to always say, actions speak louder than words. I'm going to say it again. Actions speak louder than words. So you cannot just stand up and say something without backing it up. So what I'm saying to you is, to all of you that will sit and listen, we need a little more patience. We need more respect. And we need to learn how to see through when someone is just spewing lies and bullshit in our face. We need to be able to see through that, form our own opinions by facts, not just, oh, well, he said, she said. No more of that, okay? We've done enough he said, she said. Now we need to find the facts, just like we used to, and form our own opinions. We need to get back to our roots. And hey, for the newer families out there, our millennials and Gen Zs, we need to start planting roots. Our founding fathers of this country had roots. Of course, we stole it from American Indians, and for you that don't know who an American Indian is, because believe me, there are idiots in this world that don't know what an American Indian is. That is not someone from India that has come to America and gotten citizenship. That is not an American Indian. It's our first lesson on the podcast. American Indians are the indigenous people of this country. They were here first, and we took it from them. I've already forgotten where I was going with this. Oh, put down roots. If you're not rooted, if you do not have a center, then everything you do is scattered, smothered, covered, and chunked. And yes, that is a Waffle House reference. But your life is going to be like a Waffle House scene. Do you remember the SNL skit, the Waffle House SNL skit? Okay. First and foremost, that's down south every weekend. Okay, just so you know. But if you don't get your shit together, your life is going to be like that. And I don't want your life to be like a Waffle House SNL skit. Okay, that would be bad. That would be terrible. And I want better for you, for all of you that were willing to tune in and take a little listen. Okay. Hopefully, if the audio is like really, really bad on this, it'll get better. Actually, this is all going to get better over time. Okay. So you just got to hang in there with me. Okay. Because like I'm looking over here and I'm looking over here and I'm looking over there, and because there's nobody here. It's just me. It's just me. And if oh, shit, all this is backwards. Life's too short to be serious. So if you can't laugh at yourself, call me. I'll laugh at you. Seriously, just call me. I'll laugh at you. It's not a problem. But you're going to get to know me a little bit more as we go through. That's just a little brief overview of my life. The topics are going to get deep. Sometimes they'll be a little sketchy. We're going to have a lot of laughs, and we're going to talk through the bullshit. So y'all stick with me. We'll make it fun. Love you. Peace.